the projected GOAT, Victor Wembanyama. Let's check out his film. Alright guys, I'm reacting to Awful Coaching, who is hilarious. I don't agree with everything he says all the time, but he is one of my favorite content creators on YouTube. And I'm doing a little differently for Victor Wembanyama because I fuck with this guy's stuff, so I'm going to watch his stuff. Let me say this, I've been slacking on the Victor Wembanyama vid because a French girl cheated on me, and I'm not kidding, bro, I hate that girl. She did so much other shit to me. We're not going to get into that. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave that right there. Anyway, all right. So let's watch Victor Wembanyama here, and I will say this: I do think he's gonna end up being the GOAT. I think that right now it's just astonishing what he's able to do. Okay, so let's check this out.
Victor Wembanyama is from this fucking planet. Look at this, Derek Lively. You make one mistake. Derek Lively is gonna slightly lean towards the screen because Jason Kidd's a dumbass. Once you make the slightest mistake against this alien, you lean towards the screen, bang. That's all the space he needs right here. Now to get downhill, and now I'm 8 feet tall, and I'll just shoot right the fuck over you. And you can basically put someone that fucking works in a nursing home, and Justin Champagnie basically does, on Anthony Davis right here.
I had a buddy who, not a buddy, he wasn't really a friend of mine. I was alright, but I didn't like the guy, honestly. It was a colleague I had at a prep school who had come from being a video coordinator position at St. John's, and he coached. He was like, one of his main things was training, like claims to fame, I guess, was training this guy, Champagnie.
It's not matter because
I didn't like that guy, bro. The guy I'm talking about, he was a bitch.
This motherfucker is just sitting underneath the basket. So Anthony Davis is going to destroy Justin Champagnie, who's basically a G-leaguer. Wait, but I have...
Facts. And the thing about Victor Wembanyama is just the length. Not only the length and the size. 7'5" is one thing, but the length that comes with that, at his length, he's like long for 7'5". He's also long and 7'5", which is crazy. And he's also got foot speed. He's quick enough. He's not the quickest guy in the league, but he's quick enough to recover and block shots out here from the paint. So he is basically effectively a rim protector without having to be stationed in the paint, which is incredible, bro. Like you can defensively, I mean, there's nobody better. I mean, already he's probably one of the best, if not the best, defenders of all time, all around. Off ball, rotation, rim protection, on the ball, recovering to block shots, just length, playing passing lanes, everything. Everything. It's just fucking freaky. You can't really, I mean, this is just nuts, right? But that allows you, having this on your team allows these guys to be so much more aggressive on defense and make guys' lives hell, because if they get beat in a straight line or they get beat at all, there's somebody back there that's going to erase every shot anyway.
9 foot of length just standing there. Get the fuck out of here. Again, we've never seen anything like this shit. Look at Victor Wembanyama.
It's so true. This is so inconceivable. I mean, this guy is insane, bro. And by the way, I fuck with his personality too. He seems to be a cool guy in interviews and stuff, humble and stuff like that, and like very worldly, kind of not spiritual is not the right word, but you know what I mean, kind of. So like, I jack that. Like a guy like this could easily have been an arrogant prick, but and he's not, so that's good. But I mean, dude, like it's like inconceivable. Like I said, like to me as somebody who has been around basketball a long time, has coached, you know, I've been, albeit never made it to a high level, but I've been playing for a long time, working on my game, stuff like that. I started playing very young, right? So, and I've been around all types of levels of basketball, and dude, it's just like, it's hard to even think of all the applications of a player like this as a coach, right? Because he's so unique. Like, it's like, okay, like I know I can do something special with this player, but like, I feel like I actually have to like try it first to see, because it's like, I don't even know what I'm thinking of, because it's just never before seen. Like, I'm going to come up with shit as we go, because he's so long, he's going to show me he can do something new every fucking day.
Right here.
New that did not exist in basketball before this. You know what I mean? Like, not new as in I'm learning something new about Victor Wembanyama. That too, but I'm talking about new as in, wow, I just learned something about basketball I didn't know was possible until I just fucking saw it just now.
At the top of the key, you can put anybody you want on anyone you want. Want to put 50-year-old shitty-ass Harrison Barnes on Anthony Davis? Fine, because Wembanyama is going to come from the top of the key, and I'll take that shit too.
That's so crazy. He makes Anthony Davis look like a regular big, bro. Like a regular, like, 6'10" or some shit. Like six, I mean, he is like 6. You know what I mean though? Like you know how a 7-footer makes. He looks like he's like 6'9" or some shit, bro. Next to him, this he's a 7-footer, and I think Anthony Davis is a really solid 7 feet, maybe 6'11".
And people are just afraid to guard him. I mean, Cooper Flagg, this isn't shithole Duke with your dumbass coach John Shire. Look at this. He's afraid to get in front of Wembanyama. That's
By the way, Cooper Flagg is the best hope we have as a nation, I guess, against Victor Wembanyama. Although I don't really look at things that way, but in terms of in the future, I mean, like this would have been the next GOAT, but now we have Victor Wembanyama who just sits outside of any conceivable strata that humans understand about basketball at this point. He's just his own thing. Like, it's fucking crazy. This guy's a beast.
7'5".
And the fact that he can shoot and he's a wing player, not just a big in the paint, like he's automatically effective in the paint. He doesn't even need to have a bag in the paint with his back to the basket. Like he will score in the paint. Okay, that's gonna happen. But the fact that he's got all this wing shit out here, he can shoot threes and stuff. He's got, he can cross, put it between his legs, create a little bit of space and shoot. It's just unstoppable.
Just strength coming right through the lane. So I'll let you go right. Look at that nice little path. Nice defense, Cooper. Again, he will fuck up any one of your mistakes here. So Derek Lively's going to go under the screen as opposed to going over off this hedge right here. That's the only mistake you need. Derek Lively's completely fucked now because Victor Wembanyama at 7'5" can shoot. So bang, pump fake to get you up in the air. Now I'm just going to cut back door as you go past me. Fuck you.
Damn.
You just have no chance, Jason.
Yo, this guy is hilarious, bro. Like, this guy's voice just cracks me up, bro.
Jason Kidd actually trips over his dumbass self and does the right thing and sends a double team. That gets Wembanyama's dribble picked up. And Najee Marshall's going to play great defense. And guess what? Doesn't fucking matter. Again, I've just got size. I'll shoot right over you. And I mean, who the fuck are you, Dwight Powell? You're going to really jog in transition guarding Wembanyama. That's fucking hilarious on opening night.
The things I agree with that Awful Coaching talks about a lot are his opinions on transition, sprinting back, not matching up in transition, and not matching up as in, like, don't find your matchup. Match up, but, like, don't, you know what I mean? I always say that, and I realize that's a bad way to communicate that. It's poor articulation on my part. But don't match up. Like, don't, like, find a guy, or don't find your guy. Like, you got to take the most immediate threat. And so theoretically you will be matching up, just not with your matchup. But I'll find a different way to say that. But sprinting back, not trying to like find a guy out here and start guarding him when there's other threats closer to the basket. You don't want to find a guy out here. You want to find when there's threats closer to the basket. So I agree with him on that, and I agree with him on what to do against handoffs. And also, I learned the term ice from this guy because I was actually pranked at my previous stops because I was dealing with straight up professionals guys at my some of my previous coaching stops. Real professional guys I was around. You know what I mean? Like fucking people, man. If you could, I mean, some of the people I've worked with have been great. Okay, and I'm not going to get into like names and stuff like that. Some of the people I've worked with have been the definition of unprofessional. If you put unprofessional, okay, on a motherfucking dictionary, it should be their picture next to it. Straight up, bro. I don't know how, but like that's the thing about basketball too. Is like this business, you deal with a lot of fucking idiot monkey motherfuckers, bro. It's a word that starts with an R that I'm not going to say. But you deal with people who just, no offense, but they're not professional. Like they were either hoopers, which, you know what I mean, it doesn't take professionalism to be a hooper. Come on, dog. In fact, you might have to have some more edge, like less professionalism to crack it in something like that. And then so you're dealing with people like that, which is not always a bad thing. Some of them are professional, some of them are good people, but like a lot of people are good. A lot of them are good people. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not exactly a sphere where you can depend on people to not be pieces of shit. Like, people in basketball sometimes can be pieces of shit. People in sports, it's just in general, it is what it is.
If you are not sprinting the floor,
this is not. I mean, you're going to deal with that in finance. You're going to deal with that in any industry, in any sphere. But in sports, I feel like there's less guardrails around it, and I feel like that needs to change. To be honest with you. And like, you know what I mean? Just like hiring practices, shit like that. Like there needs to be a little bit more. It just needs to develop as an industry, and you know what I mean, and continue to evolve the whole business.
or with this fucking gazelle, yeah.
I mean, that's crazy
And
that you can lob that like that. That's just too easy.
Right here, this clip right here shows you just how fucked the NBA is for the next 15 years. Anthony Davis, a first-team all-defensive player, actually plays great defense here. He's up, he's challenging early. But Victor Wembanyama's just too big. He's just, you can be up, Anthony Davis right here, looking like a shithead. Look at this, just power you down low. Holy hell.
That's crazy.
And then again, this is where Jason Kidd's piss-ass, dumb brain comes into play. If you do not force Victor Wembanyama into the middle of the floor, where the help is out here towards the paint, you are fucking cooked. He's going to get you up in the air with an up fake, and it does not matter that Anthony fucking Davis is waiting at the rim. Does not matter. Once he's at the rim...
Yeah, that's just nuts, bro. He doesn't even really have to elevate that much. By the way, I do want to take some... I want to qualify something, the statement I made about unprofessionalism. I feel like I've exhibited unprofessional behavior in the past. Nobody's perfect, right? But there's a difference between benevolent unprofessionalism, where maybe you're getting a little too close, or you're that's not the right way to put it, but like maybe you're blurring some lines, you're a little too friendly with a player, like, you know what I mean, you're getting personal and shit like that, you start to get to know each other, shit like that. Versus malevolent unprofessionalism is a completely different category, right? People being malicious and being like targeting a coworker and shit like that. That shit's unacceptable, bro. And you're not a real coach. You're a fucking bitch. You know who I'm talking about too. I'm looking right at you, motherfucker. You will never be shit, and you'll never be shit, bro. I'm telling you, you'll never. First of all, you're not a good coach. All right, some of you, you know exactly who you are. You're not a good coach. You wanted to silence me because you knew that if I started to talk, everybody would respect me more than you, and you're a fucking bitch. You're a fat fuck. Die.
Good night. There's nothing else to talk about in the NBA other than Victor.
And you will never be forgiven for that. I'm telling you. I don't forgive shit like that, because it's not about what you did to me personally, or if you disrespected me and shit like that. Whatever, bro. I'm not gonna take shit personally. But you as a person and your character, what it says about you that you did that, my friend, that's unforgivable. You will not be forgotten for that. Trust me. And I will make sure. Trust me, bro. I'm going up. Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna fight through all types of bullshit. Nobody's gonna stop me, gang. They're just not, bro. Nothing and nobody will ever stop me from achieving what I want to achieve. You need to get that through your head, okay? I'm gonna be right here, okay? Except this is gonna be the NBA Finals. I'm gonna be right fucking there. I'm telling you, there's nothing anybody and everybody could do to stop me. Everybody together couldn't stop me, okay? There's just no fucking chance. You understand? That shit is gonna happen. But, you know what I mean? You tried, and that shit was fucking illegal, honestly. And bro, like, I'm gonna shit on you, bro. Just watch, just wait, bro. I'm not that nice of a person, let me tell you. I might seem like I don't know what people, I don't give a fuck what people think about me, but like, I'm not really like that easygoing, like I may give off that vibe. Like, I'm not, bro. I'm pretty fucking cutthroat.
I mean, this league is fucked. Anthony Davis, again, one of the best defensive players in the NBA.
And if you don't believe me, you're gonna learn.
Hey, what the hell is he supposed to do? Victor Wembanyama's just going to look at that. I'm going to overpower you. And then what Anthony Davis...
Oh, by the way, the strength, Victor Wembanyama's strength is also underrated, severely underrated.
He's still in great defensive position.
Like, he doesn't, like, shove people out of the way. He's not AJ DeMonsta with his physicality, but he's, like, you know, he can maintain his line and not get bumped off and shit more than I would have expected. I would have thought that his leverages would suck and that he would struggle with that, but he's actually surprised me since he entered the league.
But you can't be any type of fucking rim protector. He'll just shoot over any protector you have. And then again, Cooper Flag again forgets he isn't playing against shit-ass NC State and goes coast to coast in transition. Oh, really? When he is standing anywhere near the basket, get out of transition and into half court. See ya.
Good Lord, man.
I mean, this shit is...
Dude, I've never seen anybody block shit at the top of the fucking arc. Like, not at the release point, like, I'm talking about at the top.
It's just over. First of all, let's start with 7'1" Derek Lively, an elite lob threat. Nope, fuck you. But now let's turn into Steph Curry.
What? Yo, what is he doing, bro?
It's just over. First of all, let's...
This is all one game, by the way. Like, this is... Holy shit. Look at the stat line.
Start with 7'1" Derek Lively, an elite lob threat. Nope, fuck you. But now...
7'1". He just threw that shit. He didn't even have to do all that.
Let's turn into Steph Curry. This is unfucking believable. Derek Lively defensively...
By the way, the alien logo, super tough. Super tough. That whole branding shit that they're doing with him, like they nailed that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like they've really fucking killed it with that.
Make one mistake defensively. Look at Derek Lively right here, gamble right there at the ball right there.
Ooh.
Bang, you make that fucking mistake. Now Victor Wembanyama.
That's just a tiny mistake.
Yama's got you. Now we can get downhill. Now get your body going downhill late. So let's just step back and be Steph Curry. What?
That's an insane step back. The range on that, and yeah, the fact that he barely needs to create space to get a shot off. He really doesn't need any space to get a shot off. Like Cam Thomas, for example. First of all, I'm 5'10 and a half, and I've played against high-level guys and runs and stuff like that. Like, it's tough, bro. Getting a shot off is more difficult than it seems in a one-on-one or it just anywhere inside the paint when you're not the tallest. You know what I mean? Because, like, when guys are way taller than you, they can just recover on you and shit. So the height advantage that he gets is insane, and the fact that he's able to play offense with the skill that he has with that height is unstoppable. He barely needs to create. He can keep his moves tight and compact. Like Cam Thomas, really, like you can see him, his step backs and shit, he has to like leap sideways and work really hard and end up off balance just to get a shot off, right? And he still makes that shit sometimes. He was averaging 20, but still, like, it's very difficult for him to create a shot because he's like a 6'2", you know what I mean? Like, he's low-key undersized type shit for the league. So, like, but that's the thing, this advantage, like you watch Darren Peterson, he's 6'6", his moves are tight, compact, quick, powerful. Okay, he's focused more on quick, changing angle, creating a little bit of space and going up quickness, speed, power, as opposed to creating separation, having to create a lot of separation. That's a curse when you have to create separation like that. Darren Peterson, he's able to stay on balance, right? Like that's the thing about like when you start to really evaluate this stuff, and I've been doing a lot of skill stuff. I've been around the game a lot, man. A lot of different facets of the game that I've learned about. Like it's hard to compete. You know what I mean? It's hard to compete with a guy like this.
What the fuck are we watching? I mean, if he's making Anthony Davis look like this, I mean, Anthony Davis might as well be...
He looks small. He looks small compared to him.
Fucking Terry Rozier in jail. He has about the same chance of guarding him. Look at this. Once Victor Wembanyama gets to his spot in the paint, Anthony Davis. So what's he going to do against shit-ass centers like DeAndre Ayton? Anthony Davis is doing everything right here. It's just Wembanyama's in the paint. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
I was going to say, you have to put a big on him because otherwise he's going to rise up and just shoot over everybody around here. So you got to put a big on him. You can't put a guard on him. But if you put a big on him, it's going to be easier for him to blow by and then, you know what I mean, like start getting into his bag. Let me tell you, I would strap Wemby. I'm not going to lie, because that's just what I do. I kill big guys because I'm strong. I like to bump people off their line. A big guard killer. That's what I really am on defense. And I have the utmost delusional self-confidence. So I'm going to say I'm probably one of the only people, probably the only person that can really strap Wemby, because I'm just not going to let him put it on the floor. Straight up. That's what I do to bigger guys. If they're bigger than me, then they're not quicker than me. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I think about it. And I'm nasty at defense. I guard pros all the time, TBT guys, whatever. Ask anybody about me and my defense, okay? I'm different. I'm not talking about fouling. I'm talking about physicality, sliding my feet, taking contact, absorbing shit, using my hands. Like, if he tries to put the ball on the ground, I'm taking it from him. He better shoot over me. And he's going to, you know what I mean? If he tries to shoot over me, he's got to bring it over my head, because if he tries to bring it up the middle, I'm taking that too. So that's just me, though. But, like, honestly, if you're thinking about it objectively from other perspectives, he's impossible to guard. He's impossible to guard because he will shoot over those guards. But if you think about it, though, to me, if you put a physical guard, like a physical, really good guard defender on him that's good at guarding on the ball, and you make them fight off the ball to deny him position in here to begin with, so he has to catch it out here and face up, and then he just has to shoot it over because they're too quick for him to get by, then that's the best way to guard him, because you're forcing a contested shot at the end of the day. And now if he's still hitting that, then shit, what are you going to do? Then it's going to be a long 15 years, as awful coaching has said.
You can do. Not only does Wembanyama get the advantage of being better than anybody in NBA history, because we haven't seen any of this, you do get dumbass, mentally challenged coaches also helping him. If you are running a pick-and-roll defense that has zero backside help on Victor Wembanyama's role, how do you think that's going to look?
I'm not going to say that. I mean, these guys are definitely good coaches. Dude, here's the thing. Like, this guy is right a lot of the time because there's a lot of lag. There's a lack of discipline defensively in the NBA for sure. But the thing that you have to understand is that players of this caliber are, first of all, they have egos. A lot of this job in the NBA at that level, it's personality management, a huge portion of it, because you're not able to dog. It's just like you're not gonna be able to get the players to do the shit that you would do in college, right, or in high school, because you don't have that leverage, bro. You don't have that kind of leverage to be able to like be like, oh, you know, man, how do you put this, bro? Like in college, for example, those guys are not necessarily all going pro or going to the league. So you still control the team. In the NBA, you don't want to lose Anthony Davis and make him demand a trade or some shit. You're not going to bitch him in practice all day. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. So, like, certain shit, you're just going to let them freestyle it, too. Because also, they're so talented that you don't need to enforce every little thing. They're going to make plays. They're just going to make plays defensively and offensively. So, they're not going to be in perfect held position every time. They're not going to be super focused on every little detail. Mechanically, almost to the point of being robotic. You never want to be robotic. That's a bad word. But in college and high school, you can kind of like have the players be more robotic to an extent. You know what I mean? In the NBA, you're not going to do that because these guys are just talented enough to not have to do that. They can just play, you know. So, but that's a lot of the things that awful coaching does talk about on here. I see his point. I agree with what he's saying, but he's also a little harsh on the coaches because of that. I think that the flexibility that these NBA coaches are giving them is not without cause. You know what I mean? There's a reason that they're letting these guys play this way. So but it's hilarious. He's still hilarious nonetheless. This guy's account is fucking hilarious.
Kid, what a fucking dumbass. You have no backside out. Go to hell with that. This is the greatest player of all time. He's 7'5". You're Anthony Davis. You cannot fucking casually backpedal. You gotta sprint back, get your feet set, and slide your fucking feet. Look at Anthony Davis gonna casually backpedal. When you casually backpedal, I'm gonna turn on the Jets. I'm gonna turn into Shea Gilgeous.
I totally agree with him on that. You do sprint back. He says feet behind the 3-point line. I say in the modern day, feet right in front of the 3-point line because kids can shoot from right here. But I mean, this is a shot people hit, yes, from the logo and shit, but it's still a low percentage shot. We're gonna let them get away with that. If they make that shit, fuck it. You know what I mean? But, don't let them shoot from 26, 27 feet, 25, 26 feet. Let them shoot from 30 feet, 30-plus feet. That's still a low percentage shot. So you don't need to be picking up the ball right here. You know what I mean? It gives you no advantage.
Alexander or De'Aaron Fox. This guy is fucking out of a movie. This is simply greatest player of all time shit. Under zero fucking circumstances can you allow Wembanyama to go baseline. If you're a defender, you better keep him to the fucking middle of the floor where your help is. This is greatest player of all time shit. There's nobody we've seen do this because the second he turns baseline, you might as well not even be fucking standing here. He's just going to shoot right over you. He can't even see you.
That's so crazy, dude. That is so crazy. The release point is just insane. And I'll say this.
He's just going to shoot right over you.
I mean, look at how high up he is. That shit is fucking nuts, man. Yo, but look, I mean, I will say this. I do think Wembanyama is likely. He's likely to end up being the GOAT. I do think that. And I missed on that. Before he got drafted, I thought that he was going to struggle with strength. I thought he was going to get potentially pushed around. And so this was one of my rare misses. I'll say that. I thought Victor Wembanyama, when people were saying he's going to be the GOAT, I was like, nah, I'm not ready to say that yet. I'm sure he's going to be a great offensive basketball player, but I got to see what he can do. You know, because I'm just saying, basketball works in odd ways sometimes. I've pushed people around that are way taller than me and scored in the paint. I weigh 260 pounds, you know what I mean? I'm a pretty strong dude. And so I can score in the paint despite being 5'10 and a half against high-level competition. I'm not saying I've played at a high level, but I've been in runs and shit with high-level people. So, I you know what I mean? Like, to me, it was like, I don't know if he's going to, but shit, he is, bro. He is. And it looks like he's going to be the GOAT. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hold that back anymore. Definitely missed on that. And I'll take accountability for that. And most people are going to be like, oh, that's so obvious. Like, how did you miss on Wembanyama? How did you not think that he was going to be one of the greatest players? For the record, I did say he was going to be a great NBA player. I just didn't think that he was going to have the same impact on the ball that he has. Obviously, the length off the ball, that was going to be clear, but I thought there would be guys that could potentially expose him for being not so strong. And he's stronger than he looks. Again, it's hard to look strong also when you're taller because there's more muscle on your frame already. Your muscle bellies are longer. So to get those to fill out is harder than like a 5'5" guy getting super jacked, right? So yeah, Wembanyama, super impressive, man. I'm glad to be watching this. This is a different type of phenomenon, really. Like, he's a great player, and I saw his interview making his case for why he should be the MVP. I hear you, bro. He made 3 points, and I actually agree with those, and I think that those were very fair. It was fair that he was vouching for himself. I respect that. Respect the dude as a person and as a basketball player. He's great. So, I know you're French, and fuck that girl still, but hey, what can you do? You know what I mean? Shit happens. I'm just gonna stay single forever. Okay, all right. Peace and love. Love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe.